right, friends. Well, guess what? It's now time to have a little chat-see with Tessanne Chin, who's in Jamaica currently. Hi, good afternoon, Tessanne. How are you?
Wonderful, hot.
What kind of temperature are you experiencing there in Jamaica?
Hell.
All right, Tessanne, before we get into the main topic that you're here to talk about today, I just want to go back a little bit. You're going to be turning 30, I think, in a few weeks' time. Now, if you had to take a look back at your 30 years, how would you feel about your experiences?
I've learned a lot, and I continue to learn and I continue to grow, but I find that life is not short of surprises, put it that way. And if you just learn to kind of, go with the flow and kind of not be so rigid that, when things come in your life to kind of shake you up or test you, it doesn't break you, but it just kind of, you learn to kind of bend and, go with the flow a bit, then it's better. But I've been through a lot.
Yeah. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hideaway was your debut release as a recording artist, and that was in 2006. Now, also from your debut album, does that song have any kind of significance more than it is to you?
It most definitely does. I mean, that was a song that was responsible for bringing me, to a place in my career where I could actually, work and make a living and, support myself as an adult. So I will forever be grateful to that song. And I'm so grateful to be able to have a song like that in my career that, where I go to different places, even places that aren't in the Caribbean, because my Caribbean people are there, that they know that song and they connect with that song and they remember that song. So I'm very, very I'm very blessed to have that song and to call it mine.
Now, how did Tammy, your older sister, feel on hearing that you won the competition, The Voice, Season 5?
She was right there with me.
So she was probably the first one screaming.
I tell you a secret. Your family comes to visit you. Yeah. And, they leave very quickly. They come in, they come for the 2 nights, and then they leave. And that's just how it goes, And my sister, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but she actually, without me knowing, I remember coming back to the hotel and I was like super tired and super just like, and I remember seeing a candle on when I was like, holy crap, I left the candle on. I could burn the hotel room. And then I looked around the corner and I saw my sister Tammy there, and I was just like, you stayed.
Aww.
And I cried because it was like the last week, and that's when you really, really need your family and you need that support, So she was with me through the whole thing, and she still is with me through everything that I go through in terms of personal life or career or anything. She's right there with me.
Now, there is no denying your vocal talent and your presence on stage. I felt like you would have won regardless of whichever coach you chose, because they all turned around for you. How did you feel when they all turned around for you?
I was just like, thank you, Jesus, somebody.
So you were shocked that they turned around, because we were all like, duh.
No, you hope that they do, because I've watched previous episodes where I thought that they sounded pretty good, and I thought that they, they had a shot, and they don't turn, and I'm like,
what's wrong with you?
So I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I prayed that one person would, but the fact that all of them did, if nothing else had happened, that would have given me just that extra boost of confidence to maybe say, okay, maybe I do have something special, maybe I can do something different here, but it was extremely amazing. It was a wonderful feeling, and I still carry it with me to this day, and I do believe that Adam most definitely was the best coach for me.
What is it about Adam made you gravitate towards choosing him as your coach?
because he's just so like musically eclectic. Like you hear so many different genres in his music as is. You hear jazz, you hear reggae, you hear soul, you hear pop, you hear rock, you hear, electronic pop. You know what I mean? So I just thought, coming from the background that I'm coming from, I wanted someone who'd be able to kind of challenge me but still honor that.
Yeah.
And be okay with that, So it turned out to be really cool.
So after The Voice, how did your life change?
It changed in a way that I can't really describe it. The only way I can describe it is I have a lot less time to chill or sit around on the couch. And the time that I do have to chill and sit around on the couch, I don't feel bad about it anymore.
And that actually takes me to the next question. If you do have downtime, what do you do? Sit on the couch?
I'm at home and I go to my sister's house a lot because my nephew and my family is there. I see my dad, my friends. I have an amazing group of friends, So when I am having downtime in Jamaica, that's the most important thing to me is my family and friends. So we reconnect in that way, and it's just it keeps me sane.
And you're saying that you're doing a lot of traveling. Your other base other than Jamaica is Atlanta. What have you been doing? Where have you been traveling? What's probably one of your best experiences since you won the competition?
We've been traveling and we've been recording at the same time because we're working on another album/EP. So, we've been juggling that, and we're actually coming to Trinidad on Friday.
Woohoo! Where can we see you? Is this to record a song or is it to perform?
I don't have the details because we just about it.
All right. Well, you'll link me up with the info after, and I could always, tell the Star Alex about it. What is one thing that no one or maybe most people don't know about Tessanne Chin?
But I'm actually kind of shy. I think they expect to meet somebody who is more loud or more animated or more whatever, but I'm quite content to just sit and hold my little corner sometimes. I'm quite shy in that way, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I cuss like a sailor.
That's all right. That's okay. Everybody has a different way of expressing themselves, and that's okay.
I have to reel that in. Yeah.
All right. Now, you've done many interviews, but is there any question that you wish the interviewer asked you and they never did?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think that might be it.
All right. So finally, let's get into the label. Let's chat about the label a little bit. Justice League Music, from which your latest but your first track was released. Tell me how that came together for you. When did you sign?
Well, it was more of a partnership. I think that when the whole voice thing happened, we fulfilled our agreement where that was concerned with Universal, And with Justice League, when Fire came out, it was actually in collaboration with the Clear Hair shampoo commercial.
Yes.
And it was used in that commercial, and it kind of generated a bit of a buzz, and they're just like, hey, we want to release this song. And we were just like, well, okay, let's do it, and then we did the video. We did the video with Nathan Patrick down here, and it's been getting very good reviews. And I think, particularly in this part and this time of my life, I know a lot of people took it to mean something that it wasn't about, in terms of my, my marriage and my separation.
Yeah.
Like that. But it really was, when it was written, it was just a feel-good tune for girls, a power anthem, and just, a reminder to just embrace that fire and to embrace your fierceness and to embrace your self-worth and to never forget that. I look up to people like Aretha Franklin when she was able to do a song like Respect that surpasses generations. And generations to come will know about that song, or people like Patti LaBelle, or all these amazing, soulful, just rockers in their right. And I just felt like, I want a song that I can sing on stage and feel like, yeah, I want my girls to sing this one with me. So yeah.
And how was it to collaborate with Bilawa and Perry on the lyrics of this song?
Bilawa and Perry, I have to say, it was one of the most fun sessions because it was just easy. Sometimes you get into a writing session and you sometimes you have to think about it, and sometimes you go back and forth and stuff. But this one, I can honestly say it was just like, it just flowed, and it just felt right, and it was organic, and it was around a piano. You know, they just started playing a piano, and then we started stomping our feet, and then they brought in the horn section. So I loved, I mean, even recording the song was just, I won't say easy in a cocky kind of way, but it just flowed. It felt very natural to do that, and it was just, the whole experience was so enjoyable, and it was so fun, and we had red velvet cupcakes, and it was just a ball.
Red velvet cupcakes. Is that your favorite type of cupcake?
It's one of my favorite types of cake, but you have to have it like from, you know, the real red velvet. I tried to make it once, it didn't happen. It was red, but it wasn't red velvet, girl.
And what's your favorite thing to eat in Jamaica while you're there?
Oh Lord, Jamaican food, obviously. I
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken, but I love my oxtail. I love my red pea soup. Yeah, I can't eat ackee anymore because I'm allergic to it, which sucks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to coming to Trinidad and getting my doubles fixed.
Oh, they'll hook you up, I'm sure. I'm sure about that. So, Tessanne, I mean, do a nice little debut vibe. Launch this song right now on Star 947 HD. Fire!
Well, this is your girl Tessanne Chin, and this is my new single, Fire. It's available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and the video is out on Vivo. Go check it out. You're playing with fire. Mwah.
Tessanne Chin live via FaceTime right here in studio, Star 947 HD. It was a pleasure talking with you. Of course, at Trinidad and Tobago, we love you like you're our own, and we were, you know, behind you 100% when you were on The Voice season 5. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you, and I absolutely love Trinidad. It is no secret that is like my second home, and just thank you to everybody for the continued support. I love you, and I can't wait to see you guys again.
All right, great song, and we hope to hear more releases, and of course the album. When can we expect the album and the EP?
We're writing it as we speak.
Okay.
There'll be another release before the year is out, that's for sure.
All right, so soon come.
Yeah, soon come.
All right, Tessanne, great chatting with you, all right? Enjoy the rest of your stay in Jamaica, and we'll see you in Trinidad this weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, honey, take care, all the best, and blessings. Bye.